This video is brought to you by A12 Productions. Please subscribe to my channel and don't forget to enjoy the videos. Also, please try and comment and rate the videos. Thank you. Hey guys, Asip here and welcome to JavaScript tutorial number 4. Today we're just going to be covering the conditional operator and, statement, a conditional statement, and switch statements, and also the prompt command or function, prompt function. Before we go on to that though, I just want to talk about something quick, and probably one of the reasons why this video has been slightly delayed by about a day, and that's Blitz Basic. I discovered it a while ago actually, but it's actually really cool, and I subscribed a while ago as well to someone who's done tutorials on Blitz Basic, called Amkadam26, and he's got like a whole series of tutorials on making a Space Invaders clone. So I suggest you check out his channel, youtube.com/user/amkadam26, and check out his website, coffeeandjuice.wordpress.com. And the great thing about Blitz Basic is, although you have to buy it so people think, it's actually really simple and easy to understand, and far easier than something like C++, but it can also make some really cool 2D and also 3D games, because it does 3D. And everyone thinks that you have to buy Blitz Basic, but you can actually get the trial for free, of course. But the thing about the trial is you get it for unlimited time. You don't get like a 30-day period. The only slight cutback is that you can't have files over 16K, so 16,000 kilobytes, I assume, and or maybe it's 16 kilobytes, I don't know. And when you compile, it doesn't create EXEs, but really that's not too much of a problem for me, because it's just for personal use. But anyways, so I suggest you get Blitz Basic and check out this series Amkadam's done. Finally, now moving on, let's take a look at the code we have here. So actually, before we go on to prompts and conditional statements, I just want to talk about line breaks in alert statements. Now, in the first tutorial, I think it was, we looked at how you couldn't use the BR statement. Like if we use it here, it displays it as text. Well, to get around that, we have to use something called escape characters, and the escape character is just a backward slash and then an N. And all this does is it simulates a line break. Let me just here we go. And as you can see, it's simulated a return press just using backward slash N. And there are lots of these escape characters, like backward slash T, which it simulates a press of tab like this. Well, like 4 spaces, like that. So it's these escape characters are really quite useful, and as far as I know, they can be used in pretty much every language. So here you can see I've simulated a return press and then a tab press, because this is where it would be normally, and now it's away. And I'll have a list of, maybe not all of them, because there's probably quite a few, but all the relevant escape characters I know. Anyway, whoops, don't want to show that right now. Okay, anyway, moving on now, we've covered that, escape characters. We have we've created a variable here called num_oranges, and we've assigned it a value of a prompt. Now all the prompt function does is, you just write prompt, and 2 parentheses, and then between quotes you write a message you want to prompt the user with. So here I've got, how many oranges do you want? And you're probably wondering, how is this going to work? We're assigning a prompted message to num_oranges, but actually what's being assigned is the value that we get from this prompt. And if you're not quite understanding this, I'll show you what I mean. It will be much more clear when you see it. So if we just press F5 to refresh, here we can see what a prompt really is, and it's just, here we have the a question mark, which is, it's like asking a question. How many oranges do you want? And then it's got a text box, and this is how we get the value from the prompt, and that's what's going to be assigned to num_oranges. Now before we start entering a value, we want to check out what's going to be done with that value. and this comes with the next statement. I've first created two variables called first and second. I'll actually call those, no, I won't rename them because then I'll have to rename everything else. But anyway, now I've made two variables, first check and second check, and what these do is they use the conditional statement. And all the conditional statement does is it's like a cut-off if. It can only have it's like an if with an else, but it's all in one statement. So anyway, if you don't understand that, let's just cover it now. Basically, we first have the condition between two parentheses, and my condition is num_orange is greater than 1. And then we got a question mark here. That's like asking, is num_orange is greater than 1? And if it is, after the question mark, this thing will be executed, and it will assign first a value of r and then a space. And if this statement isn't, so if num_orange isn't greater than 1, then we'll go to the statement after the semicolon, and that will assign first a value of is and then a space. So here, basically, this is saying if num_orange is greater than 1, first equals r, else first equals is. So it's really easy to understand. It's just the syntax is kind of weird with a question mark and then this colon. So this is a statement that's executed if this statement procures a true value, and this is a statement executed if it procures a false value. And just so you know, you don't have to put parentheses around these two statements. I've just put them there because assigning a variable like this in this conditional statement might be a bit weird because it's all on the same line and stuff. So that's just why I've enclosed it in braces, parentheses. Sort of like, remember when going back to that problem, we had the document.write function, and we were outputting 7 plus 9. Plus 9 equals, and then we had the plus 7 plus 9. Well, if we just had it like this, remember, it would just output 79. So we had to enclose these in parentheses, like so. That's kind of what we're doing here. We're just doing it so there's no chance of it corrupting the conditional statement. And if we really want to, we can enclose the entire conditional statement, so starting from here and ending right at the end in parentheses. And then the same with the second one. Let's just do that quickly. We might as well, just for extra security. And let's just delete this as well now. And then the second statement is checking exactly the same thing, but we're assigning second a value, not first. And if num_orange is greater than 1, then we assign second a value of s, full stop. Else we assign it a value of just a full